We are here with John Landman, the Vice President of Sales for Teradek. Tell us a little bit about some of the great new products coming up from Teradek. I've used Teradek on site on I don't know how many shoots that I have done in the corporate realm, things like that, where we are going long distances and do not want to have to use cables, amplifiers, things like that. So y'all have some great solutions for the world of broadcast video. Tell us a little bit about your new products.
Well, I think you gave a really good presentation of one of the sides of our business, which is uncompressed wireless transmission.
Yep.
What I have at the show today is our latest transmitter that has the ability to transmit uncompressed 4K video up to 5,000 feet.
Wow!
Yes, I do believe we are the only company in the world that can do that. Anyone else that I've seen is actually compressing it.
Yeah.
So that makes us very, very unique. And we're very, very excited to show that.
I'm literally flabbergasted to even think about the fact that you would even be considering sending compressed video 5,000 feet wirelessly is amazing to begin with, but uncompressed video 5,000 feet is phenomenal.
And with no delay.
Yeah. Well, explain to us at least as much as you can. I don't want you to get into anything proprietary, but how has this been perceived by the industry so far? How has it been received?
Well, as you're probably aware, there's been a massive movement within the cinema industry to move from 1080p into the 4K world. You really can't shoot anything nowadays that's not in 4K.
Yeah.
So having the ability to actually monitor what you are shooting, it's important to see it in that highest quality possible. Not just that we transmit 4K, but we also transmit HDR, which in some industries is more important than 4K, especially in the broadcast world, right?
Yes, absolutely.
They're wanting to stay in the 1080p world, but doing a lot more in HDR. Mm-hmm. So that's something that we are proud to be able to support. What we also have is a Ranger product that you're probably not familiar with, but that actually has the ability to transmit it not just in the 5.8 band, but actually 4.9 to 6 bands.
Oh, wow.
So if you're going into a more challenging environment, such as a football field or a basketball tournament, that makes us very, very popular there too.
That's something that we deal with in the corporate environment all the time in structures like this. Yeah. You're always in downtown. You're swathed by television signal, wireless transmission, Wi-Fi signals. I mean, it's a constant net of information that is covering everything nowadays, spectrum-wise. How are you guys competing with that, with this technology?
As I mentioned, we do use the unlicensed 5.8 band, but we use multiple frequencies and enable frequency hopping within the systems. So they self-negotiate with other wireless networks in order to attain the best possible connection in the area that you're in.
Wow, that's pretty incredible to know that it's automatically switching, automatically moving from frequency to frequency. So many things like that are fixed frequency, where if you get a competing signal, you got to go through and change your receiver, change the transmitter.
Yeah, if you actually dig into the menus and open up the app that's used to control these, you'll actually see that there's a spectrum analyzer built into the app. It's actually quite interesting looking at the different other frequencies that are available and are used, and it shows you exactly how we are jumping them from where to where. It's one of the added benefits of using our system. Another thing that we are showing here is our encoder range of products. Okay. Which I'd like to show here.
Sure.
This is the new Cube 4K encoder that takes in our video feeds and then allows us to stream up to our cloud management system that allows you to then stream that to an unlimited number of destinations at the same time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we recently did 100 Facebook pages from a single encoder.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty incredible. And what is the entry point on this product? Because that is a great size factor, and I'm a big fan of the fact that Teradek uses so much metal in their construction. As a technician, as someone who lives his life on the road,
Feel that.
That's just it. They are built like tanks,
Yes,
and so light. It's incredible. What's the entry point on your encoders?
The encoders at the moment are starting at around $2,500.
Wow.
Yeah, so that really makes it very cost effective to get into streaming. The last count, we've been around for about 10 years, focused very heavily on the encoder market, and we've deployed about 190,000 of these encoders.
Wow.
I often get people come up to me at trade shows and say, "Oh, I have one of your cubes. I put it on a rack, 7 years ago, and it's still there.
Yeah.
It's still running."
Yeah, that's just it. There are numerous brands in the industry, especially for on-the-go equipment, that just bring quality and lifetime to me, and that things like Electrosonics, Teradek is one of those where when you buy it, you rarely have to replace the piece of equipment until it literally just becomes obsolete.
Right.
And like not an industry standard anymore as far as video, things like that. What kind of warranty are you looking at whenever you purchase Teradek, whenever you're getting into some of the higher end products, things like that?
With all of our products, we have a standard warranty of a year, parts and labor. We do have the ability to buy an extended warranty up to a maximum of 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so we stand behind our products.
Yeah.
We have support departments in Los Angeles, in Irvine, in the UK, in Florida as well. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, we have facilities in Irvine. We have 150 people working out of Irvine. We have some people in Dallas, some Raleigh. We're spread around the whole country.
Well, and that's great to know because, it's sometimes really hard, especially if you're technicians out in the field, if you're in a broadcast locally, that kind of stuff, where you can find these things locally. To know that y'all are so spread around for service is great.
Well, thank you, and thank you for coming by today.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure. Tell everybody where they can go to get their Teradek products, where they can go to get a hold of you and to find out more about Teradek.
Sure, feel free to go to www.teradek.com. We have a store there you can buy direct, and we ship worldwide, anywhere from India to Kathmandu and everything in between. My personal email is jon@teradek.com, but you can also reach any of the sales team at sales@teradek.com.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for coming out to Texas Association of Broadcasters Trade Show. All right.
Time after a year and a half.
I know. It's been great to actively walk around and see people. I covered CES this last year, and it was one of those you couldn't get more CES than to ask everybody to appear virtually.
Yes.
But these are handshake events. These are events, especially when you're talking about tech and technicians. We got to feel knobs. We got to feel the way that things move and the button push and feeling the construction is so much different. You could give 85 digital presentations that do not have the impact as somebody holding a Teradek product in their hand. So it's great to be back at it, and it's great to see folks like you back out at conventions like this.
We'll see you at NAB.
Absolutely. Take care. Pleasure meeting you.
Bye-bye.
Once again, just some of the technology available here at the Texas Association of Broadcasters Trade Show. We'll be right back with you after this. We are here at the Sennheiser booth with George Rebecca. How